Hi YouTube fans, it is I, the Scottish Trekkie, coming live at you for a little Star Trek review, and tonight I'm going to be doing the Star Trek official Starships collection, the USS Phoenix NCC-65420. And once I get into the magazine, I'll show you the ship itself after the magazine. Let's get into the magazine, shall we? So, what I'll do is I'll do like what I've done with the rest of the Star Trek ships, is show you the contents and then the specification. So, the USS Phoenix is a class Nebula. It was launched in 2360s. Its length is 465 meters. Its max speed is warp 9.5. It was constructed on 40 Eridani A Starfleet yards. Its crew is 750, and its weaponry is phaser emitters, photon torpedoes, and the captain is Benjamin Maxwell. And you get some lovely little photos of the ship down below. Shuttle bay and the side view of the nacelle. And on this side you get a lovely picture of the ship, the USS Phoenix NCC-65420. So this is the most discontinuation feature of the USS Phoenix was the oval-shaped platform that rose up from the rear of the engineering hull. On the Phoenix, this module was equipped with extra sensor equipment, but it could also be configured to carry weaponry. So what they're talking about is this bit at the back here of the ship. It rose up from the back and it's got that circular dome shaped thing on it. The USS Phoenix NCC 65420 was a Starfleet Nebula class Starfleet starship that was in operation in the 2360s. It was built by the Yodine division at 40 Eridani A Starfleet construction yards in the Vulcan system in 2363. The Phoenix was constructed around the same time as the USS Enterprise, NCC-1701D, and they have shared many design features. For example, the Phoenix used an almost identical saucer section and warp nacelles as the Enterprise D, although the Phoenix's secondary hull was different, being shorter and more curved. As you can see down here, it's shorter, and it's got the same nacelles as the Enterprise D and the saucer as the Enterprise D, but it's got its hull attached to the saucer. And at approximately 465 in length, the Phoenix was roughly 2/3 the length of the Enterprise D, and it was more compact when seen in profile. This was because the Phoenix did not have a neck section between the primary and secondary hulls. Instead, the saucer sat directly on top of the engineering section, which you can see there. The Phoenix featured a particularly shaped module that rose up and two supports from the back of engineering hull and looked over the saucer section. This module could be configured to carry a variety of equipment depending on mission requirements of the Phoenix. The Phoenix was roughly 2/3 the length of the Enterprise and was outfitted with many same parts. Again, as it was just saying here, as you can see here, and the Enterprise there. So there and there. It's a really good ship. It is really good, and you've got this section here, which has got the front, the same picture as I think it's on the front. Is it? Yes, it is. It's the same thing as it is there to there. And then you've got this part which is my favourite scene, the Phoenix going after a Klingon, a Cardassian. Sorry about that. A Cardassian. And then down here, you've got Benjamin Maxwell and Miles O'Brien. After performing a precise transport through the Phoenix's shields, Miles O'Brien confronted Maxwell in his ready room. O'Brien convinced his former captain to give up his vendetta against the Cardassians. So we have a data feed on Benjamin Maxwell down here. So Captain Benjamin Maxwell was twice decorated with the Federation's highest situations for courage and valour between the Federation Cardassian War of the 2340s and 2350s. He carried animosity towards the Cardassians after a sneak attack by their military resulted in the deaths of nearly 100 civilians on Starships, including his wife and children. He never trusted the Cardassians after this, and later took it upon himself to destroy their supply ships because he believed they were gearing up for war again. And then we have the ship profile, which has the top view, bottom, side and back. And we also have down here Mark Alamo, who was Captain Gul Macet, and he also went on to become a different character of a Cardassian called Gul Dukat later on in the Deep Space Nine. And then we have a little bit of a thing down here called the USS Phoenix's dedication plaque. Was seen on the wall of the Captain's Maxwell's ready room. This was unusual as most plaques were usually seen on the bridge wall of the bridge. And legendary name, the Phoenix was seen several years before Star Trek First Contact came out of Netherlands. The Star Trek Encyclopedia stated that it was named for the Zephyrin Cochrane ship for the same name, which of course was the humankind's first ship to achieve warp speed. And then we have The Next Generation Season 4, where we have Mark Alamo as Gul Macet up here, and Miles confronting a Cardassian in the turbolift, and Captain Jean-Luc Picard confronting Ben Maxwell and talking to him in Picard's ready room. While the Wounded featured the Cardassians for the first time, the race was only there to fill the role of bad guys. The episode was really about being able to forgive former enemies and two highly capable Starfleet captains facing off against each other. And then we have a picture down here of Denise Crosby as Commander Sela, who is Tasha Yar's daughter. And then we have on screen. So we first see the Phoenix in the Next Generation episode, The Wounded. It appears in Star Trek The Next Generation, and it was designed by Rick Sternbach. And then we also see Kieran Reese as disguised as a Cardassian. And we also see the Next Generation Cardassians down here, which changed for Deep Space Nine. And then on the back we have the Phoenix facing upwards with the Star Trek logo along the back. So that's my take on the magazine. Let's get into the ship itself, shall we? And here is the USS Phoenix, NCC-65420. Lovely little looking starship. She also has, if you see here, you can see that she's got the secondary hull attached to the saucer section with the cells popping down, and she has that look from the sensor pod attached to the back of the secondary hull within the cells, and she's got quite a lot of good Aztec on her as well. And the windows are lit up, and some of them are, yes they are, some of them are painted out, so it's like the officers are not in their quarters. And then you have the sensor dome up here with the Starfleet insignia, and you have the Starfleet insignia under the cells underneath, and on the secondary hull. But I've also got another ship in the line, the Nebula class. Give me a second. We have the USS Honshu, which was seen in Deep Space Nine, and you can see in this one, its sensor pod is triangular, with the single bit at the back. And if you see here, this is its shuttle bay is supposed to be here, but it's not there. But it is on the Phoenix. You can see it just there, and you can see the two ships together. They're both identical except for the sensor pods. Both ships about the same. So guys, yeah, that's my take on the USS Phoenix. If you guys like this and want to see more, please like, share and subscribe my channel, and please leave your comments down below on what you guys think of the Phoenix. But I am your local Scottish Trekkie, and I shall see you in the next video, which will probably be the Star Trek Discovery tardigrade and the Klingon ship. And I shall see you in the next video. Bye the now.